maybe just tell me what you were doing when you got that phone call.
I know what I was doing afterwards. I was really excited. I had an inkling of that from Chad Stewart. I'd kept in contact with him some, and he told us that, told me that it was in the mill, and just to be patient. And you know, at 81, it had to be somewhat of a surprise, but I'm glad they decided to look one more time at what I consider the golden era of football here at Murray. We had some wonderful coaches: Ferguson, Fred Furrow, Roy Stewart, all of the biggies.
It was really a golden era for the university, because you figured at the time Murray State was about 30, 40 years old. World War II was distant at that time. Obviously, the country had gotten past it, was moving on. Tell me what Murray State was like that time, and what was it like being a student athlete?
Well, what it was like is that I spent a day and a half here trying to find one single landmark that I remember from the old days, you know, and finally found a few of the buildings. But I'm kind of glad, in a sense, that this came late in my life, because I see Murray now as a place that I could only dream of before. We had wonderful times. We had a Swan Darm that's no longer here. We had the round ballers on one end and the oblong ballers on the other end, and we got along great, and no complaints. I always thought the world of Murray, and everyone else did too, as far as I know.
What did playing football and traveling, doing your events and track, what did that teach you when you were young? You're getting ready to start your life.
Well, I was maybe slightly different than some players. I love to practice. I love to bang, and sometimes I'd look at someone and say, "Man, you are one sorry sapsucker if you go through all this, all the drudgery of calisthenics and everything else, just for the purpose of spending 10 hours playing." So I love to practice, and I love to play, and of course my events in track were shot put and discus, and I did pretty well in that as well. I had a ACL removal in my senior year of high school, and they didn't know how to repair them at that time. So they told me, the specialist in St. Louis said, "I think it'll be a little too problematic about you playing ball." But I took the advice of my high school coach, who was a Murray State star in basketball and football, Gene Bland, and I went through 4 years of college ball, never got hurt a single time. So that was great.
Okay.
Now, different story. I have a couple knee replacements. My golfing buddies kid me and say, "Hell, you've got more titanium in your knees than I got in my bag."
Well, Ben, thank you. I appreciate you spending a few minutes.
Yeah.